What is up, sports bettors? Matt Moda here with OddsJam, coming to you with some MLB best bets for tomorrow, Monday, September 12th. I know we're in the height of football season with the NFL Week 1 happening, but there are still baseball games being played, which means there are still profitable MLB bets to lock in. Of course, for me, I find all my sharp, profitable bets using OddsJam, using the positive expected value tool, using OddsJam where you can gain an edge over the sports books by placing these mathematically profitable bets, starting with the positive EV page. So any bet that shows up on this page is going to have positive expected value associated with it. Positive expected value basically meaning the odds that we are placing has some sort of mathematical profit margin associated with it. For this one, the one that I'm locking in for tomorrow has about 1.2%. So a little bit lower than what you normally see, but that doesn't mean that it is a bad bet or that it should be avoided. Even these lower profit margin percents are still very profitable, still good to place and make money in the long run. For this one, it is the under 9 runs minus 106 on FanDuel in the Diamondbacks versus Dodgers game. So I already have it up here. I'm going to lock this one in for half a unit. Bet has been placed and we are good to go. So let me just add this one to my bet tracker. Tracking your bets is very important. Understanding whether you are profitable or not, very, very important. So let's chat about this one. So I mentioned the profit margin. I mentioned the bet that we placed on FanDuel at minus 106. The no-vig odds on this one have it priced at about minus 109. So that gap between the minus 109 and the minus 106 is where you get your mathematical profit margin from, your percent edge. Positive expected value betting, what it means at its core is that we are placing bets that will hit at a higher frequency, we believe will hit at a higher frequency than the odds that we are placing it at. So the OddsJam line with the VIG removed gives this roughly a 52.07% chance of hitting. The implied odds of a minus 106 bet, which is what we locked in on FanDuel, is below that number, which is where you get your mathematical profit margin from, where you get your positive expected value from, whatever you want to call it. And this one I like a lot for a couple reasons. Number one, of course, it's positive EV, but just look at the FanDuel line compared to every other book. So again, we got it at minus 106, Caesars, DraftKings, BetOnline, the OddsJam line, pulled from Pinnacle, price this at minus 106. All of these books, price this more favorably than minus 106, All of these books think that the under 9 runs is the more likely scenario. Minus 120 for Caesars and DraftKings and BetOnline, and minus 117 for the OddsJam line. All of these books are pricing the over at plus money. This FanDuel at minus 106 is a clear outlier when you compare it to the rest of the sports books. And that's where you can get your profit margin from. That's where you can find your value. Placing bets that are line discrepancies, that FanDuel clearly has some sort of mispriced line on this one. Either all 4 of these books are incorrect. OddsJam line pulled from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world. BetOnline, another sharp sportsbooks, and then 2 onshore books in Caesars and DraftKings. All of these 4 are wrong, and FanDuel is the smartest book in the world. Or, and this is the most likely scenario, FanDuel has this one mispriced. So I put half a unit on this one. I put $50. So for those of you at home who is tailing this, I would recommend putting $50 on it as well. And that's going to be it. That is going to be my sharp MLB early bet for tomorrow's betting slate, Monday, September 12th. So if you're tailing, let me know. We'd love to hear it, but that's it. So I appreciate you guys watching and have a good one.